Okay, question 10. A business has a system that is described as having artificial intelligence, AI. State one of the main characteristics of an AI system. So there are lots of main characteristics of an AI system. Something that simulates human-like behavior, has the ability to problem solve, uses a set of rules to make decisions. So we just need one of those. So I'm going to go for simulates human-like behavior. An AI system is an expert system. Explain how an expert system operates. So there's a nice 6 marks here, and you will have needed to have revised expert systems and know the keywords to answer this question. So let's have a look at an answer for this. So first of all, one of the features would be the user interface. So let's start off with the user interface. So we can say the expert system has user interface which allows the user to input data and see or hear outputs. Okay, next there are 3 main parts apart from the user interface of an expert system. We've got a knowledge base, a rule base, and an inference engine. So I think we need to state those and then describe how they operate. So we could either just state them or just go ahead and just talk about them. So I'm going to say the expert system has a knowledge base, a rule base, and an inference engine. So let's look at how that works. So the main part of this that does the sort of decision making is the inference engine. So we'll start off with that. So we say the inference engine takes the user input and searches the knowledge base. Okay. If it finds a match or finds some data in the knowledge base, it can then apply the rule base to make a decision, and then we can decide the next step. Okay, so let's just write that out. So the inference engine takes the user input, searches knowledge base. When it finds data in the knowledge base, it can then apply rules. So what might it do? So it might output a decision, okay, wherever that decision might be, or it might output another question, because it might not have had enough information to make a decision. So we could say that as well, but we'll leave it at that. So the expert system has a user interface which allows the user to input data and see or hear the outputs. The expert system has knowledge base, rule base, and inference engine. The inference engine takes user input, searches knowledge base. When it finds data in the knowledge base, it can then apply some rules. Then it might output a decision, or it might output another question. Let's just have a quick look at the mark scheme. So for the first part, part A, we got all sorts of things there. So AI, the ability to learn, adapt. We could mention machine learning abilities. We could talk about having a collection of data and the rules, the ability to reason, problem solve, make predictions, simulate human or intelligent behaviour, analyse patterns, anything like that. So that's quite a nice straightforward mark. Then we've got the expert system. So we've talked about user interface, we talked about the fact that we can input data or see or hear the output. We've mentioned knowledge base, rule based inference engine, and we talked about the inference engine looking at the knowledge base, finding information, applying rules to it, output a decision, and then we also mentioned at the end that it might have a decision, or it might actually need more information and ask another question. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So make sure you revise expert systems, know those keywords. Right, let's stop and move on to question 11.